I'd like to talk a little bit about Medicare requirements. One of the things that I think is exceptional about EZNotes is it really helps you save time here. I refer to these as the Big Eight. Obviously, with any patient, you're going to do a new patient consultation, and of course that's done with Medicare. You only do it once and on the first visit to find out if it's appropriate to work with the patient. Second thing is, on that same visit, we would do a functional outcome assessment questionnaire, either revised Oswestry for the low back or the Neck Disability Index. And for the government, this is done once a month. They also require that a treatment plan be done that contains goals, which we'll look at in a second, and this is also done once a month. We have to indicate if there's any contraindications to working with the patient. That's done on each visit, or every visit. We need to have diagnostic codes in there that are subluxation based or segmental dysfunctions, which are the M99, 00 through 05. We need to make sure that we're adding the AT modifier, which stands for active therapy, when we're adjusting somebody. So we put in a 98940, 98941, 42, but dash AT. Obviously, if we've discharged the patient and they come back for what we would call maintenance or supportive care, instead of the AT modifier, would have the GA, which basically stands for Got ABN. Each visit is supposed to have a PART exam, and we need to have these G codes, which I'm going to go over. This is what's really kind of interesting here. So let's say we're going to take our Harvey Lillard fellow, and we want him to fill out the functional outcome assessment questionnaire. In this case, it would be the revised Oswestry. So I pull up in here the revised REV, and I get the revised Oswestry, and we got Harvey, and we generate a document. So you've seen these before. They're going to go through and fill them out. I like them to fill them out in paper, and I transfer the information in. What's nice is that it will go through and grade this for us. So if we indicate that sleeping's not great, social activity is not great, lifting is horrible, he's going to indicate how this works. I can go through this in more detail individually with you. Maybe walking is not terrific, sitting is disgusting, traveling is horrible. He's got a bunch of pain. So he checks the 10 sections. It doesn't take long. I add them, and then it creates a PDF or portable document format and grades it for us, which is really nice. But more than just grading it and creating that, in this case, his disability score was a 62, what's fantastic about this is it's going to create goals for us. So watch this. If I go in to do a treatment plan, like we talked about, we have templates. So I created a generic Medicare template, and I select it. It's going to say, based on what we know, in this case it was from the neck disability, there will be some goals. And I might say lifting weights, concentration, sleeping, whatever. We pick 2 or 3 of these. And same with the low back we just came up with. Maybe the ability to walk, to sit for 30 minutes, and again, we can kick in sleep. So what happens then is we've generated a treatment plan that we have to do every month, as I mentioned, in a matter of seconds. And at the bottom, it's got goals based on the deficiencies that came up when he filled that information out. Now, when I go in and do a SOAP note, and let's say we're doing the SOAP note for Monday, and I select that we're doing the SOAP note, maybe a lot of information is not changed. So I say travel card and then done. What we'll find is now we have G codes here. We have a G8539. The definition is kind of interesting. It says that this means that documentation of a functional outcome assessment was done using a standardized tool, in this case the revised Oswestry, and that a documentation or care plan was done based on the identified deficiencies on the date of the functional outcome assessment questionnaire, which is exactly what we just did. Then if we go down a little bit further, we're also billing out an 8730, and an 8730 indicates that pain assessment was documented as positive, and that a follow-up plan was done because the guy had pain. So when we're done with our note and we hit done, at the bottom of the note, we will have our G codes. So what we're submitting, to the insurance company, in this case Medicare, will be 98941 with the AT modifier and the G codes. It's just that there's so many things that are required. EZNotes does it in a matter of seconds, and that's one thing I find particularly great about working with computers on this case. Thank you. I don't see anything.